Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today it's all about cooking a perfect steak dinner. Now I've got a couple thick, 2.5 inch bone-in fillets. We're gonna get those seasoned, reverse seared on the grill, and then I'm gonna pair it with the grilled romaine salad. Gotta have some bacon, gotta have some creamy blue cheese to go on that. It's gonna be an easy dinner, perfect date night. Let's get to cooking. So the first thing we're gonna do for this recipe is get some seasoning on the meat. Now I've got a couple bone-in fillets, and these are 2.5 inch thick cut. You can see it's kind of 1/2 of a porterhouse steak, and this is the tender half. It's the center cut of that fillet. Now these are prime steaks. I got them from Matador Prime Beef. They've got plenty of marbling inside the meat. You can see it on both sides, all that marbling, even in a fillet. So you know it's gonna have a ton of flavor, but we need some seasoning on the outside. And I'm gonna start with some kosher salt. It's a bigger grain salt, and I want a good dose of it. These fillets can take it. We're gonna get both sides, get them flipped over, rub that salt in a little bit. Then we're gonna come with some black pepper. I'm even seasoning the bone side. I want that bone flavor because you know I'm gonna be gnawing on that at the end. That looks good to me. We're just gonna kind of pat those seasonings into the steak. And just for a touch of color, I'm adding some of my hot barbecue rub, and I'm not going heavy here, but I know this stuff's good. I use it in steak contests all the time, and it puts a really good flavor on the outside. So the steaks are good and seasoned. We're just gonna let them hang out. They're gonna need about 30 minutes. It's the perfect time to go ahead and get the grill fired up. Now today, I'm firing up my PK 360, but for these steaks, since they're so thick, we're gonna set it up for indirect grilling and do a reverse sear on them. We're gonna start them off on the low side, move them over to the hot side and sear them right at the end. You could use any grill to do this. Just make sure you set it up for that 2-zone hot and cold side cooking. I'm using a chimney full of B&B charcoal briquettes. Just get those good and hot and put them all on one side of the grill. You're gonna get your grill grate in place, and then I'm adding a set of grill grates so I can get some good sear marks at the end of the cook. Then I'm gonna add a little elevated rack to really get that reverse sear going so heat can come from both sides. It's gonna cook these steaks perfect. Now we're gonna close the lid on the pit. We're gonna adjust our vents. On the intake side, under the hot coals, we're gonna open that 100%. In the exhaust side, over the cool zone, we're gonna open that 100%. That's gonna give us airflow through the pit. So our charcoal's getting ready, and while the steaks are still hanging out in the seasoning, I'm gonna go ahead and put together the sauce that I'm gonna serve over these steaks. And this is a red wine mushroom reduction sauce. It's gonna be really special on top of these fillets when we get them cooked. We're starting with the deep saute pan over medium-high heat. We're gonna add shallots, some garlic, some sliced mushrooms, and then we're gonna saute those just for about 3 minutes to soften them up. Season with a little salt, fresh cracked black pepper, and then we're gonna add some balsamic and some Worcestershire sauce. Cook that down for just a minute, then add the beef broth, the red wine. The whole mixture gets reduced by about half until it starts to thicken up, concentrate those flavors. Then we're gonna remove it off the heat. So our sauce is reduced, and you can see the way the wine, the beef broth, the Worcestershire, the balsamic, it's cooked down and it's kind of thickened up. And you just want to finish this sauce off the heat. Once we get all these flavors concentrated, I want to add 1 last tablespoon of butter, and we're just going to kind of melt that into the sauce. It's going to bring it all together, and then we're just going to keep it off to the side till we grill these steaks. We're going to serve it over the top of them. All right, I got the PK grill ready to go, set up for indirect cooking. We're ready to cook these bone-in fillets. So I'm going to start them out on my raised rack. You just want to put them on there. And what I'm going to do is get a probe in them, because when you're doing a reverse sear, you have to watch that internal temperature. I've got my dot set for 110 degrees. We're just going to pick the center of one of these thick bone-in fillets. So you can see the dot set for 110. Right now they're 57. They're coming up to temp. It's not going to take them very long, but we're going to watch them. That is key when you're doing a reverse sear. When they get to 110, we're going to sear them real quick, just a minute or so on each side to get some grill marks on them. Sear the outside. They're going to be ready to eat. Y'all keep watching. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. You can hear my dot going off here. These steaks have hit 110. That's perfect for that fillet. Then we're gonna move the steaks to the hot side of the grill. That's the part of the grill that's right over those hot coals. And you can see I've got my grill grate set up here on top of the PK grate to give me some good sear marks. And all I'm gonna do is just take a gloved hand, and we're gonna move these steaks down right at an angle and press them down right onto the grate to make sure they get some good contact. That's what's gonna give us those good sear marks. We're gonna get the lid closed, and we just need a couple minutes on each side. We're gonna get those sear marks, and then we'll be ready to rest these fillets a little bit, grill off our salad, and then we're gonna eat. I'm just gonna give these fillets a little twist, get the marks going on both sides, Make sure they got good contact. That looks right to me. Let's close the lid. Let's give these fillets a little flip, see what kind of marks we got on them. Beautiful, beautiful. We're setting about 117 on that one. We're getting really close. 119, 117 right there. Another 30, 40 seconds and we're gonna be done on these fillets. All right, these fillets are done. I'm gonna take both of them off the PK here. You can see those fillets have beautiful sear marks on them. Now they just need a short rest. 5-10 minutes is perfect for a thick bone-in fillet like this. Gives us plenty of time to grill that romaine salad. Y'all keep watching. For our grilled salad, I've got a head of romaine lettuce. The only thing I've done to it is split it right down the middle, creating 2 portions. You want to leave the stalk on. That's going to hold it together while it's on the grill. And the grilling process is super simple. We're just laying it right directly on the grill grates on the hot side of the coals. And we're not really grilling it too much. It's only going about 30 seconds a side. It's going to wilt the leaves a little. It's going to pick up some grill flavor, and it's really fantastic with a steak. Just gonna flip the lettuce over. See, we got a little grill mark on it. Just press it down gently on the back side as well. You don't really need a spatula for that. But I just want to see a little char on it. Pick up that grill flavor. About a minute total and our salad's done. We've got some grill marks on it. We're just gonna move it over to the platter. Our fillets have rested here on the cutting board while we grilled this romaine. And let's recap real quick before I jump into this. We started with 2 bone-in fillets. They were thick cut, 2.5 inches. We seasoned them real simple with coarse salt, coarse black pepper, a little bit of hot rub for a touch of color and some extra heat. And then we reverse seared them, set up the grill for 2-zone fire. Started them out to about 110 on the cool side, seared them real fast on the hot side to put those grilled marks on them, and then we rested them. Then we split our head of romaine lettuce and grilled it for about 30 seconds on each side. And let me show you how I'm gonna top this salad. I've got some chopped cherry tomatoes here. I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle a little bit of blue cheese dressing down each one. And this is where you could use whatever kind of salad dressing you like. I'm a fan of blue cheese, but hey, if you've got a favorite, by all means, go for it. And now to top that off, we've got to have a little bit of crumbled bacon, lettuce, tomato. That's a salad right there. And now for the fillets. We're gonna take this reduction sauce we made, and I'm just gonna take a little of it and drizzle it right over the fillets. You can dress it with how much ever you like. I like to keep a little on the table for serving, but that looks good to me. Some of those mushrooms right on top. Let's just pull one over here, and I'm gonna cut it right off the bone. Where I can see what I'm doing here. Oh man, these fillets are just as tender as they can be. And that is gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna get a bite. Whew, let's see. Oh yeah. I mean, check that out. That is beautiful, beautiful. Drip it in the sauce there. Got a little bit of mushroom trying to hide back here. I'm gonna have to try this. Wow, that just melts in your mouth. I don't even know if I need a knife to cut it. I'm gonna go back in and get another piece. That mushroom sauce, man, it just goes with it. And look at that, I mean, it's perfect medium rare. It's pink all the way through. And that's how I love to eat filet. A little mushroom. It's silky smooth. The texture of filet, phenomenal. Now I'm just gonna cut the salad up. And you can do this right on the plate. Keep the doctors happy. Let's try a little bit of that blue cheese, the tomato, the bacon, the romaine lettuce. You get that grilled flavor from the romaine. It's really fantastic salad. Warms it up slightly, but it's still really crisp. It's not wilted down. I love a salad prepared like this. Thanks for checking out our video today here at How to Barbecue Right. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to our channel. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see y'all next time.